Hey kids, welcome to Lesson 15, Processing Arrays. For loops with if. Sometimes we want to find values in an array that meet certain conditions. We can add an if statement inside the for loop to individually check every value within the array. To practice this, we will create a for loop that will display every value in the array greater than 5. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Do this. Starter code has been provided that creates an array of random values. Add a for loop that references every index in the array. That sounds like something we've done quite a bit so far. Add an if statement inside the for loop that displays every value in the array greater than 5 using console.log. Note, because the original array is being constructed with random values, it's possible that it might not have any values greater than 5. Just run the program a few times to make sure it works. An example of the possible output is below. Looks like we have original numbers, and it says values greater than 5 and displays all those. And we also have an example of what our code's supposed to look like. Here we have our loop, and this is a standard loop that we've had every time. And inside our if statement, looks like we add my array, the index, and then indexes that are greater than 5. That is our if statement. And then it looks like we have to put a console.log statement that looks like this right here. Let's take a look at our code. We have our array. It is currently empty, just like before. We have 10 items we're putting into my array. Each are going to be a random number, 1 through 10. We have a console.log statement that says original, and it says my array. That looks like the original there, and it says values greater than 5 and values greater than 5. Looks like our two console.log statements are there. We just need to display all the values greater than 5. Back up here, I know I'm going to need a couple of things. The first is going to be our loop, so we can just drag that in there. In our loop, just like every other lesson, we wanted to run the entire length of the array. And we do that by doing myArray.length. Make sure you spell it right. And inside there, we want to put an if statement. And we want to say, hey, if our array or my array has any numbers in the index that are greater than 5, I want you to do something. What do I want you to display? I want to display those numbers. So let's drag a console.log statement to put in there. And this one is just going to display my array and whatever that index is. What I think is happening here, or what I hope is happening here, is that my loop will run for the total length of the array, so it should run 10 times. If any of the array in the index is greater than 5, it should display that. Let's see if that happens. Let's hit run. And we have original 1, 2, 6, 1, 10, 2, 8, 7, 10, 6. Values greater than 5. Looks like it spit out all the values greater than 5. Let's see if it does it again. Reset run. Original values. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Values greater than 5. So since we didn't use greater than or equal to, it did not display 5. Just 10, 10, and 9. Let's try one more time. Reset run. And we got a bunch over there too. So it looks like our code is working the way we want it to. Looking back at our do this, we added a for loop that references every index in the array. We added an if statement in there that displayed any items greater than 5. And we did that using another console.log statement. I think that's all code.org wants from us. Let's see if they want anything else. Nope. Good job, kids. I'll see you on the next lesson.